So guys, it's time for the camera comparison video, and as you might have seen my Instagram story and Twitter post, you may well know what's coming today. If you don't know also, I will compare the cameras of the Honor 9N and the Redmi Note 5 Pro. A few days ago, I unboxed the Honor 9N and you also know it's up for giveaway. You can also check it out here. Now before giving it away, I decided to compare its camera with a smartphone of its budget, and in this price range, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is almost indestructible. It's so good to see a smartphone like a Redmi Note 5 Pro having such dominance even after so many months of its launch. Now, without wasting any more time, let's compare the cameras of these two budget beasts. Hey guys, this is Piyush from Tech Telepathy, and today I am going to compare the cameras of the Honor 9N and the Redmi Note 5 Pro. So just bash the intro now. But before we proceed further, you make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. So guys, the devices which I am going to compare today are two of the hot selling budget devices in India. Both Honor and Xiaomi are trying really hard to dominate the budget segment in India by giving very good hardware smartphones at very low prices. But in the camera department, the competition is going to be very interesting. Now, before comparing the cameras, let's check the camera configurations for both the devices. Starting with the Redmi Note 5 Pro, it has got a dual rear camera setup with one 12 megapixel lens having f2.2 aperture and one 5 megapixel lens having f2 aperture. It can also shoot videos of up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now, moving to the front camera, the Redmi Note 5 Pro is having a 20 megapixel f2.2 aperture front camera with LED flash. The front camera can also shoot videos of up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now, moving to the Honor 9N, it is also having a dual rear camera setup with one 13 megapixel lens and one 2 megapixel lens. The rear camera of the Honor 9N can shoot videos of up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now coming to its front camera, it is having a 16 megapixel front camera which can also shoot 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. Alright, now we have both the devices now, the pictures are also clicked, the stage is set. So now let's check the photos and see which one is doing better. As you can see in the first photo, Honor 9N's image has a lot of artificial light created, due to which the whiteness of the image is more than that of the Redmi Note 5 Pro. But the image of the Redmi Note 5 Pro seems much natural with good color balance and contrast. Now, in the second image, you can see that in the photo of Honor 9N, it is yellowish in color and saturation is also very low, while the color reproduction is balanced in Redmi Note 5 Pro. In the next image now, which is of a flower, the photo clicked by Honor 9N has a lot of whiteness in the background, but it has created a bokeh effect which looks artificial. On the other hand, the Redmi Note 5 Pro handled all the different colors very nicely, giving the flower a look that it deserves. Now, coming to the fourth image that shows leaves, again the Honor 9N suffer the whiteness syndrome and the Redmi Note 5 Pro clicks natural colors. I don't understand why Honor is aiming to beautify everything. Anyways, moving forward, this time Honor 9N has done some good work and captured some nice greeny colors along with the Redmi Note 5 Pro. So I will consider this thing a tie. Now, checking the rear portrait mode, you can clearly see who's the winner. The Honor 9N generate a very whitish tone on the face and on the background too. That thing hides the fact that the Honor 9N provides a good blur, but on the Redmi Note 5 Pro photo, the blur seems natural and the colors are good and saturation is also perfect. Now coming to the low light photos, here the Honor 9N is showing signs of dominance over the Redmi Note 5 Pro. The Honor 9N produces more natural colors in daylight and it shows the subjects clearly. The light is evenly balanced and the color reproduction is also good. Finally, Honor 9N lovers got something good to cheer about. But apart from the low light photos, the daylight photos should also be improved. So coming to the front camera photos now, in daylight the Honor 9N produces some good natural photos, but the Redmi Note 5 Pro produces slightly whitish photos. I think the story is reversing now. In front portraits also, the Honor 9N seems more natural than the Redmi Note 5 Pro, despite of the fact that the Redmi Note 5 Pro got good blur and Honor 9N didn't produce any bokeh effect. But I am happy that Honor 9N has prevented the one-sided competition. In low light selfie shot, both the devices performed equal. I think there's not much difference in the photos, so I will consider it a tie. So guys, combining all the photo samples, once again the Redmi Note 5 Pro emerges as a winner, and honestly guys, I have never seen a budget smartphone dominating every new budget launch with such good results. Really, Xiaomi impressed me with all of its budget launches this year, and the Redmi Note 5 Pro clearly seems to be a strong contender for the budget device of the year. The Honor 9N on the other hand only performs well in low light indoor conditions. Rest all the photos are dominated by the Redmi Note 5 Pro. The portrait shots, the rear camera shots, the selfies, the portrait selfies, all the things are dominated by the Redmi Note 5 Pro. But these are my suggestions. What do you all think about these camera samples? You do tell me in the comment section below. I hope you like my video, and I will be very curious to show you some more interesting videos like this in the future. So do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with me. For the time being, goodbye guys, and see you in the next one.